BoLS fans, AdamHarry here with a quick BoLS unboxing. I got a special guest. Say hi, Big Red.
Hi, Big Red.
Larry's here with me today. We wanted to take a look at the new Sector Imperialis boxes. We've got two examples here, right, Larry?
Yep.
I've got the large base detail kit, which I'm pretty pumped about because of all the cool doodads in there, and then also the 25 and 40 millimeter round base kit. Run some numbers real quick. These are both $33. They're in stores right now.
Yep.
It's a great value right off the bat.
And they both come with a very large amount of bases. This guy here comes with the 25 and 40.
40, 25 bases, and 20.
Yeah, so you're getting 60 textured bases. These are plastic.
Yeah.
They're on sprue. And, so it's a slightly different format. They come in a box. It's a slightly different format than we've seen Games Workshop do kind of hobby bases before. They're much more kind of products in the way that you would go to the store and buy other miniatures off the shelf.
I mean, just straight up too, like the fact that you get that many bases for $33, that's an awesome deal as is. Yeah. If you're looking to convert stuff, or if you're looking for a good foundation to start with basing stuff, and we'll get to all that in a minute. And then also the large base detail kit here is really great. If you have a lot of, say, if you're running a lot of dreadnoughts or Mauler fiends, or for me, my Tyranid monstrous creatures,
yeah, Wraith Knights,
big large
kits.
stuff.
Well, Knights, of course.
Knights, totally. I mean, it's designed for Knights, right?
Yeah, there we go.
But it's just a ton of little doodads you can put on bases to add a little bit more to it. And we'll open all these up. Big Red, which one do you want to start with, man?
I think everyone is really going to be using these to be rebasing armies.
Yep.
So let's go
start with this one.
Let's take a look at the actual bases.
All right. So move this to the side. We cheated a little bit. We already cut the little tabs open here. So
show them the back of the box.
Oh, yep, back of the box.
Look at that. That is a lot of bases.
It's a ton of stuff in there.
$33.
Yep. So let's go ahead and open these up. As you can see here, they come on a sprue like Big Red mentioned earlier. So what do we got? We've got 2 sets of the 25 bases and 2 sets of the 40 mil bases. So let's just lay those out real quick so everybody can see them. Let me just kind of adjust this light real fast so that it's not super blindy. All right, so let's start with the big ones real quick. We'll move these to the side and just kind of focus on these real quick. What we've got here. So, Big Red, what's your first thoughts on these? Just right off the bat.
My first thoughts on these is that I really like the way it's not only that they're plastic, which is
great, let's look at the back too.
Plastic on sprues. These are the detail that's on these isn't just kind of random rocks and stuff. These are
themed. Yeah, they're all themed.
These are 3D elements that are taken from the existing Games Workshop sets. Mm-hmm. So I believe, in theory, all of these are taken from parts of the
Sector
Imperialis, the big big multi-tile set. But it's not just generic stuff. It's grates. There's Aquilas all over the place. Mm-hmm. There's those little lantern weird light things with the grids on them.
Yeah.
You get industrial
you get some extra skulls too. Like look at these little.
Oh, that's true. Let's not forget.
You gotta have more skulls.
You can never have enough skulls. And not only are there skulls all over the miniatures, you get.
You get 4 extras. 8 total.
Get some spares.
So a couple things we want to point out. Oh, there's going to be a total of 16 extra skulls because you need more.
That's true.
Let's just focus real quick on some of these textures here. So these are bases, right? Yes. So these are going to be good foundations for your guys. There's a lot of flat surfaces on some of these. There is texture on a lot of the stuff. There's a lot of cool little great things going on here. All the Aquilas. That is a nice relief, as you can see. Kind of. I'm trying to angle it so that you can see from the shadow. And this area here it definitely has some textured, and then there's more raised texture here.
Yeah.
Definitely more of a 3D feel.
What I think one of the things that we need to take a look at,
the skulls too,
as we're talking about all of these bases, is that if you remember the Cities of Death type of terrain kits, the relief on those, because those are actually meant to be terrain pieces.
Sure.
Say they're vertical, you're going to be interacting with these on the tabletop. They're not designed to be horizontal surfaces.
And this is just the same thing.
Whereas all of these bases are designed to be horizontal surfaces, which means the relief on all these bases, the relief is there, the texture is there, but they are specifically designed to be fundamentally flat. So the relief, if you had something that was say the same type of thematic detail, let's say for example a row of skulls, if you saw that row of skulls on one of the Games Workshop buildings, it probably has greater relief than it will be on these bases, but that's because these are bases. And
Yeah.
if you have really bumpy, high relief things, you can't glue your miniatures onto them.
Sure. You don't want they're a little flat, but that's what you want.
Exactly.
Like,
Yes.
The playability factor. I do want to point the back of these out too. Like it's kind of these
Yeah,
are
you
definitely
can
new
see.
kind of things. They have that weird center dot there, so probably something with the injection mold.
Sure.
But I mean, these were made in China. We mentioned that too.
Yeah, these are manufactured in China. These are
Just
not
different from some of the other stuff they manufacture out of Nottingham.
You all probably remember that Games Workshop they do a limited number of their kits out of China. Tends to be the terrain related stuff.
Sure.
Tends to be out of China.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, compared to the box, these are professional paint jobs.
Yes.
These are you expect them to be, Golden Demon style paint jobs on these.
But I mean,
These are great to work on, though.
absolutely. I think there's nothing wrong with these. The level of texture on these is fine, and you
Yeah.
get lots of different types of texture. Also, I mean, these are bases, so
Right.
you're not going to be doing amazing Golden Demon diorama level paint.
I would be
for the-
super impressed if everybody painted their bases this well, because most of the bases you see on the tabletop don't even come close to this.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's be honest.
I mean, exactly. Let's be honest here. 99% of these bases, they're going to be spray painted black.
Yep.
They're going to get
dry brush.
These are perfect, by the way. These bases are like almost perfectly built for any kind of texture paint. So if you
Yes.
have any of that paint that gives you like a little bit of flex tone texture, it's going to look great on
Some of these bases too, like these grates, like that's great. You can actually see it's raised up there. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for more of that metal grating, these bases totally
That's
have
a
you covered.
perfect place to put your
Yep.
Iron Warriors.
Boom.
Right there.
That one's great too.
industrial
So
grade, yeah.
that's the 40s. Let's move it over to the 25s real
Yep.
quick. And again, it's going to be more of the same.
Yep. This is pretty much.
So I'll pull these up closer. You can see. Again, the skulls are. I wouldn't even say they're completely flat, but they're a little raised up.
Yeah.
And you're going to paint, that one's got a lot of texture on it. That one's not a smooth base. Some of these areas are a little smoother than others. Like this is totally smooth. And there's a lot of texture. Again, like Big Rig
Also,
mentioned,
don't forget you get the
extra skulls.
Get the 8 bonus skulls.
More skulls for the
Like
skull
that.
throne. And I mean, yeah, these are perfect. The majority of these, like you said, spray painted black, maybe dry brushed.
Yeah, these are going to be spray painted, dry brushed. Maybe they'll get a wash. Maybe they'll get some gravel and some flock on them. These are going to look great.
Yeah, I think if you added your own gravel and flock on top of the pre-built stuff, you're gonna have some amazing looking bases.
Yeah, these are going to look 1,000 times better with the same amount of effort than the default flat black bases.
Yes, and they're cheap.
Yeah, and they're cheap.
And again, they have the same kind of injection mold. The back of them have that weird circle there. So I don't have any plot problems with these. If my Tyranids, if I had to base them put as much time as I had already putting in my Tyranid bases, I probably would be buying these to swap them out.
You're not going to rebrace your entire High Fleet Cobra Kai?
No, High Fleet Cobra Kai is not, but my Blood Angels are looking at these pretty hard right now.
I do have to say, I have 200. All you BoLS fans, go back and type in
true.
Death Guard in the search engine and look at Big Reds at my. I think I have like 300 Death Guard infantry, and they're all on those really bad. They're like flat Citadel bases, and they just have like green flock, like they're playing on AstroTurf.
And it's about time to go from the 25s to the 32s.
That's true. That's true. And they're all on 25s.
They're all on 20. So that's like the perfect project.
It's time.
So let's take a look at the Sector Imperialis. This is actually the kit I'm more interested in. Here's the back of the box as well. You get 72 bits.
I want to open this one.
All right, that one's already been cut. So
here we go.
The reason I'm so excited about this, I love monstrous creatures. I love the big base stuff. I really feel like you can get really thematic and really detailed with that.
There you go.
So
there you go.
these are perfect for that. Look at that. So you've got the really big relief.
So those are in.
Let me kind of get them all situated here.
Those are two identical pairs.
Yes.
Correct?
Matter of fact, okay, these are the same. So I'm just going to pull off these extra ones.
Okay, so you get
those are the
4.
exact same.
So you get a pair of each one.
Yep. You get 2 of each.
Okay.
You've got these really big chunks here for the knight-size bases, or if you are lucky and have like a warhound or something like that, and you want something really cool. There you go. Big flyer bases would be perfect for that.
Okay, now I want to make a special note on some of these. Is once again we have good relief on all these, on some of these really large sections here, these particular large ones. These they could be metal in your world, they could be stone, they could kind of be whatever you want to. These really large oversized pieces. These are the ones that I also think these are ideally situated because of their size for texture spray paint.
And if you look on the box too, the box does show them with the texture, and that's what Big Red's talking about.
That's got to be a texture.
It's got to be a texture spray paint. They make that. You can pick it up super cheap at your local hardware store.
Yep.
Super cheap. You can do it that way. You can add your own flock.
Right. And then
or the crackle paint from GW would be a good option.
I mean, this is clearly a texture spray paint, a dry brush, and then they just blocked in these details with one color, with like a gold,
and then highlighted,
and then they washed it.
Yeah, highlighted and washed. And you know these are basing materials.
Right.
You don't want them to look better than your miniatures you're putting them on.
Right.
You want to give them some love and attention, but you don't want them to overshadow the miniature.
Yeah, the Stormlord is going to be on top of these.
Right. You're going to have a big foot there. And it's actually a good thing, I think, that these are a little bit flat. They have some smooth areas, so you can position models on them.
Well, you can get good glue points.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. You just want that flat area to work on.
Yeah.
Here's the back of them. As you can see, you can tell this is the side that you glue down. These are the sides you work on.
Yeah, I have had it happen before. I'm sure I'm not the only person in the world to where you build a big, huge, fancy base and you have your big, fancy miniature on it, and you get a bad glue point. And then you put it in your case, or worse, you're moving around at a tournament and off your guy, he comes off and he goes onto the ground. So
shatters. That's great.
you want bases that you can actually glue things on.
And there is texture. Like these are those metal grates again. You can
those
see
are the industrial grates.
I hope you guys can see that at home. There's a lot of they're actually raised up. These areas are a little smooth, but that's fine. You can do the crackle paint like we mentioned.
This area over here that is
lots of texture.
That is completely textured.
Yeah, lots of texture.
So it's just these flat ones here that look like. But like I was saying, these look like. I mean, they have rivets on them.
Yeah.
So it's arguable. I'm assuming they did those like that because they want to leave it to the hobbyists exactly what that material is.
Right. It could be metal, stone. Exactly.
Yeah, what is it?
Glass would be crazy.
Plascrete.
Plascrete. There you go.
I don't even know what texture plascrete is.
It's Grimdark texture. They have like a barrel and some other stuff here.
It feels like hate.
They've got the lamppost. You guys may remember that from the Sector Imperialis.
From Cities of Death.
Yep, exactly. So that's there. You could actually glue that. That's actually a full 3D, so you could glue that standing up on the base if you wanted to.
Which is cool.
Crazy. This little thing, I've jabbed myself on so many of these bits.
Those are bad news.
From this,
lots of little manhole covers and grates, vents, just miscellaneous things.
Good detail on them. It's not. I mean, these aren't like.
I'm going to call these skull doodads.
Skull doodads.
That's the official skull doodads. That is pretty awesome. That is an Aquila manhole cover.
Wow, Ninja Turtles.
I love that.
Killed it. And look, the back. Look, the bottom is actually.
It has a back. I didn't even know.
That's cool.
I'm impressed.
That's cool. I like this. And again, for me, for my big base stuff, this is perfect. I can chop these up. I can do whatever I want with them. I can add that extra flavor.
I really want to have an Ogden swinging that lamppost. I really
modeling project, Big Red. Boom.
I really want.
Well, that's pretty much it. Again, you get two of those, two of each. So we pulled those off to the side. Yeah. What do you think overall, man?
Overall, I think. I mean, like I said, there's. There are two other kits up here. There's the 32s, and the large ovals that we're not showing you, but it's more the same. Price point is the same. All of these are $33 full retail. You're getting roughly on the smaller bases, roughly approximately 60 bases. It's a fantastic deal.
These are fantastic deals.
I mean, Games Workshop is going full force into the basing world.
Yes.
There's definitely lots of companies out there that are making bases, and I think that Games Workshop has basically decided, hey, we want a piece of that pie.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, my fingers crossed, that the Sector Imperialis is only the first of these style of base release. I'm hoping there's more of those coming out. I don't know for sure. Cross our fingers.
I would love to. Imagine a whole set like this for Age of Sigmar.
Oh yeah, and that would work both ways.
I bet it would have a lot of skulls. That's all I'm saying.
100% more skulls.
100% more skulls.
Well, that's been a quick unboxing for these two things. Thanks for watching. I'm AdamHarry from BoLS Souls.
And I'm Big Red.
Yep.
And have a great one, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.